Namaste. Namaste. So today's quote is a few sentences from Ralph Waldo Emerson. And he wrote, "Finish every day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. You shall begin it serenely and with too high a spirit to be encumbered with your old nonsense." So I'll read that again because it's nice. Finish every day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. You shall begin it serenely and with too high a spirit to be encumbered with your old nonsense. So, of course, my interpretation of this is you simply rub your shoulders, take a few deep breaths, and you start again. So we're just going to stand tall. Stand tall, sense that your feet are parallel. Close your eyes, chin parallel to the ground. And just relax your forehead. Relax that space between your eyes. Check that you're standing tall. Check that your neck is loose, that your shoulders are loose. As if someone has a thread at the center of your head, and they're gently pulling you up. And smile. The universal language of love, a smile. So taking your eyelids, just your eyelids, and squeeze them tightly together. Not the rest of the face, just the eyelids. Squeeze them tightly and relax. Keeping your chin parallel, keeping your shoulders soft and open. Scrunch up the eyelids again. Hold and release. And once more, scrunch up those eyelids and release. Keeping your eyes closed, keeping your stance soft, open and tall. You don't move your head, you just move your eyes. So just look upwards with the eyes. You're stretching your eye muscles, just look upwards. Really look up, don't be passive. You can feel the strain in the eye muscles. Look up. Look down. Try to keep the chin parallel as you're doing chin parallel to the ground. Look down. Look to the right. Look to the left. Scrunch up those eyelids again and release. I'm going to do this twice more. So look up, really look up. You can feel the eye muscles getting a stretch. Look down. Look to the right. And really look to the left. Keeping your face in neutral. Scrunch up those eyelids. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Check that you're standing tall, your shoulders are loose, feet are parallel, chin is parallel to the ground. One last time. Look up. Look down. To the right. To the left. One last scrunch up with the eyelids. Now we take our tongue and we press it firmly against the back of our top teeth. Back of the top teeth. Be careful if they're false. Push, push, push firmly with your tongue. This relaxes the pelvic area, and women are advised to do this whilst giving birth, believe it or not. Take the tongue now and force it down the back of your neck. And again, pushed firmly against the back of the top teeth. And down the throat. Check it, everything else is loose. Check it, your shoulders are open. Feet are parallel. You haven't dropped the chin. And once more, push against the back teeth. Back of the top teeth. Push firmly. Down the throat. Now we're going to resist a yawn. So it's as if you're yawning, but you're contracting your jaw and neck muscles before you start. So you're going to yawn, but you're trying to stop yourself at the same time, and you'll feel it contracts all the neck muscles and all the facial muscles. So we contract the jaw, and then we try to open it. As wide as you can. And then relax. So we'll do a few more of these. So you're contracting before you start, and you're resisting the yawn. You're forcing a yawn, but resisting at the same time, which is the effect of contracting everything in this area. As wide as you can. And once more, you can feel the circulation coming into your face after this. And you can actually take your hands and feel your neck muscles and attachments of the trapezius muscles on the occiput. Take a few moments. Check your stance. Smile. Universal language of love. Free serotonin. You know we're in a good position or in a good posture or within a good state of mind within the posture because you feel content and I naturally want to smile. So that's always a good indicator. Okay, now we're not going to take control of the breath, but we're going to take our awareness to the entry points of the nostrils, like a sentry, and just see if you can sense that breath entering the nose and leaving the nose. This is all. You're just taking your awareness to the entrance point of the nostrils, allowing the body to breathe naturally. Keep your awareness on the entry point. You may feel the coolness of the air entering the nose and then the slightly warmer contrast with it leaving. Stand tall. Check that you're relaxed. And we'll just finish with alternate nostril mentally. So we breathe in through the left nostril, out the right in your own time, in right, out left. So take conscious control of your breathing now. Relax all efforts after the round that you're on. Your eyes closed. And then just take your heels to the back of your mat. And we're going to start with Vedic Salutation. Simple one. So we're standing tall. And we're just going to inhale as we open the hands. Wait for your pause. Exhale, close. We'll do it nice and slowly. Well, it's in line with your breath. Inhale, open the arms. Lean back. Wait for your pause. Exhale, namaste. Again, you can take a comfort breath in these positions. You can slow it right down. Inhale as we raise up. Exhale down. Remember, this is your own time. Inhale, open arms. Exhale, close. And we finish as always with our hands. Inhale, open hands. Exhale, close. Of course, I'm always trying to do the middle way for the class, but usually I would spend much longer in these positions under my own steam. So we start again. Inhale, open hands. Exhale, close. Inhale, open arms. Namaste. Inhale, stretch up. Namaste. Inhale, open arms. Exhale, close. Your own time. And then hands. So be quiet for the third one. We're opening hands, opening arms. Namaste. Arms and hands. Just stand with awareness. Take an inventory. How are you feeling? The answers are just for you. As I keep saying, with awareness and with time, you'll be able to handpick the postures that give you the greatest benefit, and then throw in one that you don't like. Okay, bow and arrow. So we're going to take a reasonably wide stance. We've done this before. We're going to turn on our right foot. If you have your heels at the edge of the mat, then it always ensures that you're lined up with the heels, so it will improve the chance of balance. And we're going to turn on the right foot. And remember, this is a stance we're looking for. So we don't want a way beyond with the knee. That's too much for the knee. So it can be any position, perpendicular or back. So it can be as little as this, as little as this. I can actually go a little bit further. And that's about right. I'm going to do the bow and arrow. Remember, we lift up with the right arm. And when we come around, you can see you can't reach the wrist, because if you're stretching out with this arm, you can't get close to the wrist. If you don't stretch out, you can come right around and clap your hands. That's hopeless. So we're really stretching out with this right arm. We've got a lovely stance here. It can be as much or as little as you wish. And then we come round and we're really stretching. We're really stretching. We're holding the bow. We've got the string. And then we inhale as we pull back. Keep the elbow up. And again, you can take aim. You can take as long as you wish to take aim, as many breaths, depending how much strenuous you want to make the exercise, the posture. And then when you're ready, release. So this gives you a good start to decide what kind of strength you want in the legs. Exercise in the legs, you can come back a bit and barely go into it if it's a day you're tired or out of sorts. But if you have the energy, you can stay in the full posture. And we'll do two more. So we're inhaling, we're stretching out. We're coming forward with the left arm, really stretching forward, pulling back in the string. Take an aim. And another thing to do to check that it improves your balance is try to ensure that the inside of the knee is overtaking the outside. So it's the right leg that's out, obviously. Don't come in with the knee. That will buckle. Try and get the inside of the knee to go further than the outside, and that will stabilize the stance. Last one. Stretching out. Forward, pulling back. Keeping the elbow up. Take aim. We stay in the same stance, but we turn on the right heel and then turn on the left. And again, you can check before you go into the bow and arrow point. You can see if you're happy with this. If not, you can widen your stance. Remember, you only have to move a little. It doesn't have to be an aggressive posture. But if you do want the added benefit of a strong contract in the thigh, then you can go straight down to perpendicular. So we raise our left arm. We're stretching it right out. You can feel in the intercostals. You can feel the muscles between the rib cage, or I certainly can. And then you come forward and you're looking to stretch right forward to get that string, pull it back. Take aim. And release. Two more in your own time. Remember to get the inside of the knee pushing outwards to overtake the outside, and it'll give you the balance. To come out, you swivel on the left heel and heel toe together. And I don't know if any of you are wearing socks, but socks generally isn't a good idea, because if you slip, you're more easily to pull a muscle. Heel toe back to neutral, stand tall, close your eyes, relax your forehead, the space between your eyebrows. So try to feel that your feet are parallel without looking down. We're going to stretch out our arms directly in front of us. not aggressively stretched out. We're not lifting them high, parallel. We're going to tuck our thumbs in. We have a fist. Just like when we come up on our toes and we open the fist. That's all we're doing. So we're inhaling, stretching out the fingers, exhaling, relaxing. And you're keeping the arms parallel to the ground. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, relax. Slow, smooth, deep breaths. You can take the breath in the back of the neck if you wish, and then you flood your neck, shoulders, and arms. Remember the sound, the bija mantra, hung, hung, namaha. So inhale into the back of the neck with hung, and then namaha as you flush the neck, shoulders, and arms with blue. So this is what I used when I was hauling the bike up hills, 50 odd kilos up hills. I used the lung namaha into the legs and flushed them with red, and that helped to keep the lactic acid at bay. It's just a focus point for the mind and put your energy directly where you need it. If you find it's too much for your arms, then obviously just lower them down a little bit. Have a few comfort breaths. But remember, it's only your arms. You're not lifting weights. You're not lifting anyone else's arms. But have the awareness, if the lactic acid is building up, then you stop, take a few comfort breaths, rid the body, and then there's less likely you'll feel sore the next day. When people say they've gone to the gym and they've pushed themselves and had a great workout, and the next day they can hardly move, they've actually damaged themselves. Inhale, arms out again, and we're going to raise our fingers. So we're going to inhale as we take our fingers up, stretching those wrists. And exhale down, and you feel a lovely stretch in the wrists. And of course, you're keeping your arms up as well. You can do these sitting in bed. You can do them sitting in a chair. There's always something you can be doing, even if you're out of sorts. It takes your mind off your worries, and it gets circulation going in the body, and it cleanses the lungs. So it's a win-win. You never sit and dwell. You find a solution. And again, if you wish, lower the arms. Get that breath in the back of the neck. And exhale it down through the neck, shoulders, and arms. If you need to use a color blue, then please do. Hung Namaha. It's the seed mantra, bija mantra. Bija means seed. It's a sound that the esoterics supposedly found that reverberates with this particular part of the body. Try it. If you feel better, use it. If it doesn't work for you, ignore it. So now we raise the arms again. We turn the palms upwards. Inhale, and then as we exhale, we take our fingers and touch our shoulders. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's continue. Try to keep your elbows up. Don't drop them down. Don't worry if you get a build-up of lactic acid. You just stop, have a break, and you go back to it. You're in control of your movement, not the teacher. Have another wee break, because you're not going to like the next one, I don't think. Three slow, deep breaths. Flush that lactic acid away. And then we'll go back out, palms upwards. Inhale, exhale to fingers on the shoulders. And then we're going to circle then. This won't be everyone's cup of tea. So we inhale as we come up high with the elbows, around and down. Again, if it's too tight for the wrists or too much, you just stop, take a few breaths and you go back to it. So a few more, whichever direction you're going, and then we change direction. And we change. Try to get the full range of movement. Inhale on the upward movement, exhale on the downward movement. Inhale, turn around, exhale down. Stand tall again. Try and realign those feet if you feel that they're not parallel. Always try and feel. And then if you still need to check, look down. And with time, it will be normal just to feel. You get a slight nip in the top of the hips, a slight tightening if your feet are parallel, because you're not used to keeping them in that position. Okay, we're going to do the simple twist. Again, keep the feet parallel because you'll get more flexion in the ankles and knees. We're going to take our left arm over our shoulder. I hope my microphone's okay with this. And look, this is no use. There's nothing happening there. So we take our right hand and take our elbow and push it back in, and then clasp lower down. And then we have the right arm around the back. And we're going to inhale, and then we turn to the right. So you're keeping your feet parallel, and you can feel what's happening to the ankles and the knees and the hips with the feet parallel. And we just stop here. So turn round to the right, stop at the first point of resistance, and start to breathe. So relax into this posture. Really relax. Treat yourself with a smile after each exhalation. You're free. And there seems to be too few of them about at the moment as well, so treat yourself. Remember, it doesn't matter where you get in a posture physically, but it very much matters where you are mentally. There's no need to look how anyone else is doing. There's no need to push yourself. You enjoy it. Otherwise, what's the point? As you're relaxing into this stretch, now if you feel you can turn the chin around to the right, you can turn and look around to the right with the chin. To come out, you stay twisted around, you take your chin back round to neutral. And then slowly, and I mean slowly unwind. Very easy to pull a muscle with this one. Around to the front. And only then you release your right arm and your left. You'll feel that circulation rushing in. Of course, it's obvious what's coming now. Take our right arm, lay it on our shoulder, our left shoulder. Nothing happening there. So we take it and we push it around as far as we can. And left arm around the side. Sense that your feet are parallel. Of course, you can have the feet open, but then the twist won't be as strong. Exhale around to the left. First point of resistance. Making that drop in the chin. And once you're in a comfortable position, you feel that your body's eased into it, take a chin and turn it around to the left. These are very nice postures. Squeeze our angst and frustration, doubt and fear, regret, all the things you need to get rid of to keep moving forward. Slow, smooth and deep. Throw in the odd smile. To come out, you turn the chin back to neutral. Slowly come back with the torso. Release the left arm. Release the right. Feel that lymph and blood trickle back in. Okay. So feet slightly more than hip width apart to begin with. And we're just going to do lateral slides. This is in preparation for Trikonasana. We inhale and we just exhale down to the right. And all you're trying to do is keep the torso in line. You're not taking the top shoulder forward. It's not a twist. It's a lateral stretch. And we'll just stay down here. Don't rest your leg on your, you can touch the side of your leg with your hand, but try not to rest. Because as we widen the legs, then the tendency will be to rest on the legs. Just let, you can feel the stretch. This is where the good 6-second rule comes in. 6 seconds it will take the body to help you. Inhale as you come up. And exhale as we go down. Remember, one side will always be tighter than the other. Keep your shoulders open. Up becoming an inhalation. And then if you can and if you want to, you widen your stance. And we go again, but this time we push the hips a bit to the left. You can feel right away the pull in our groin area. And then we go down to the right. So it's different again. And try not to take his top shoulder forward. Try to keep the whole body open. Remember, it never matters how far you get. The only thing that matters is your calmness and equanimous mind as you're in the posture. Inhale to come up. Push the hips to the right. We've got an instant pull and inside of the left leg. And down we go. Down to the left. and up we come. And one last move of the feet if you can, and you want to. Slightly wider the stance. And this time we're going to incorporate the arms. So we're going to inhale as we raise the right arm. And we'll lift it right up through the girdle and then soften. And then that's what you take up, and that's what you take over. So this is all we're doing. So you're getting a stretch from the ankle right through and up to the fingertips. And then you're softening down. And this is a tendency where you can lean on the leg. You don't want to lean on it, you just want to use it as a guide. Inhale, stretch through, and soften. Inhale, stretch through, and soften down. Then to come up, we inhale as we come up. And you've lost the stretch in your girdle, so you lift it back up. Lift it up, turn the palm, and then stretch out. Of course, you know what's coming now. Do the left-hand side. We're going to inhale as we come up with the left arm and relax. Inhale and lift up, and you feel the stretch right through the intercostals, the abdominals, and then that's what you take over to the right. Keeping the top shoulder open. Remember, you don't have to go so far with the stretches. It's more important you keep the torso open, as opposed to coming forward with the top shoulder. To come out, you inhale as you come up. Relax the shoulder girdle, inhale again, lift up, turn the palm, and then you stretch out. And then heel toe, always heel toe, gentle with your body, heel toe back to the neutral. So close your eyes, stand tall, give yourself a break, give yourself a smile. Take your awareness to your forehead, check that it's still relaxed. Let peace begin with me. Let me begin with peace. Stand tall. You can feel what's happened, the warmth, the tingling. So again, keeping the feet parallel, we're going to put our hands behind our head. And we're just going to twist to the right. So we inhale as we open the elbows, and then we just turn, again, the feet are parallel, so it's a stronger twist, turning to the right. First point of resistance. And then we inhale as we open the elbows, and then soften into the twist. And that's it. Inhale, open the elbows, soften into the twist. No strain. Standing tall. Inhale, open with the elbows, soften into the twist as you exhale. Of course, it's for you to decide how long you stay in this position. Try not to drop the chin. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, soften. Slowly inhale to neutral. I'll be kind. Let's have a wee break. Stretch up. And really stretch from the shoulders to the elbows. Elbows to the wrists. Wrists to the fingertips. Now you get the breath into the back of the neck. because you'll definitely have a build-up of lactic acid now. So you don't doubt it. The breath is coming directly into the back of the neck. Hung. If you want to say the mantra, you don't have to. Namaha, as you flush the neck, shoulders and arms with prana, energy. Hung. Namaha. Use the bits of the yoga that you need and discard the rest. One more breath. Then we'll go to the other side. So hands behind the head. Inhale as we open the elbows. Feel that your feet are parallel. Try not to look down. And then exhale to your left. Inhale, open. Exhale, soften. Inhale, open elbows. Exhale, soften and twist. And when you want to come out, inhale. You open the elbows and turn. Exhale. Inhale, stretch up. Really stretch up. And then exhale out. And you're really going from the shoulders to the elbows, elbows to the wrists, wrists to the fingers. Remember, anytime if anything isn't for you, you just take a break, you lie down in Shavasana, and you relax and you breathe deeply and just soak up the vibe of the class. Stand tall. Smile. And now we're going to get a wide stance again, reasonably wide stance. We've done this one before as well, not for a considerable time. We're going to turn on the right heel. So your heels are at the back of the mat, so they're in line. And again, we're going to go down into this position we were in with the bow and arrow, but we're going to rest our elbow on our knee. So we've done this before. So check your stance. Remember, it can be like so, it can be, but you don't want away beyond the knee over the toes. So that's about right, perpendicular. And the reason we've been doing these warm-up exercises is to keep the torso open for this. So we're just going to lean our elbow, right elbow and our right knee, and that's it. That's all we're doing. So it helps if your heels are completely against the side of the mat. That keeps you in line. So you've got that aspect for balance. It helps that you remember that you remember the inside of the knee and you're trying to overtake the outside. So you're trying to push the knee outwards, and that will help with the balance as well. If you come in, you're all shaky. So no more than perpendicular or before. And this is it. We're just leaning on that knee with the elbow, keeping the shoulders open. This is all we're doing. Again, it's up to you how long you stay in this. You can feel already what it does to the thigh muscle. Inhale, open up the torso. Exhale, soften. If you feel you can widen your stance, then you can push out your left leg as you're in the position. That will widen your stance. If you want to raise your arm, you can try that. Again, it's just harder. It's encouraging the top shoulder to come forward. So if you have to come forward to raise your arm, then you don't do it. You're not ready for that. And then stretch through. These are reasonably powerful postures. To come out, you push through the leg, up you come. Exhale down. Turn on the right heel. Turn on the left heel. So we don't move our stance. We don't move the width. We just move the positioning of the feet. And we do the same to the other side. So now you have an idea of how strenuous it is. You decide if you want to use the arm. You decide if you only want to go down as little as this. This is a good posture as well. This is a good posture, just taking the hand and putting it on the leg. All of these are good. Here, here, here. If you want to go right down, then of course you can. But you always adjust it according to where you are at the moment. And it differs each day. Up we come. That's it. So if this is too strong, remember, this is just as good. You're getting a slight contraction of the thigh. You're keeping the torso open. This is just as good. You adapt it in the way that suits you where you're at. To come out, you inhale, you push through the left leg as you come up. Realign the feet. Now I'm going to show you the Trikonasana. If it's not for you, just watch and take it in, and it may be for you another day, because this is why all these postures were leading up to the Trikonasana. So we're going to turn in our right heel. Check your stance. You can bend the leg or keep it straight. You can tip right down to the ankle or just touch the thigh. So we inhale, and we're pushing along laterally. We're pushing along. Check you've got your balance. Check your inside of your knees pushing outside. And then you just tip down to wherever's comfortable, and you keep the whole body open. So I've bent the knee just for demonstrative purposes, but it can be here, it can be here, it can be down. You can have a straight leg. Trikonasana, the three-angled posture. But it's very strenuous. It's big in balance, it's strong in the legs, and you've got to have the ability to keep the torso open. You have many options. To come out, you push through the leg, the right leg, up you come. Swivel in the right heel, straighten it up, lower the arms. All of these are in the books, the book that I've sent. The Asana, Pranayama, Mudra, Bandha. Okay, so swivel on the left heel. Inhale as we raise up the arms. And then we're stretching out, we're stretching out, we're stretching out. And at the last moment, you tip over to wherever's comfortable. It doesn't have to be right down to the foot. If you're taking the top shoulder forward, that means you've gone too far. So you come up, you bend the knee, you come up and you open the body. This is fine. All of this is good. But if you can straighten the leg, and if you can go down, that's something to aim for. Again, you stay for as long as comfortable. When you're ready to come out, push through the left leg. Up you come. Swivel on your heel. Inhale. Exhale down. Heel toe together. And now we'll do thread in the needle. So that will give you a wee rest after these strong ones. So we're down into all fours. So get your stance. Knees under the hips. Ensuring that you're getting the proper width for your balance. Hands under the shoulders, but if that's too strong for the wrists, then you can move the fingers slightly further forward, which changes the angle. Thread in the needle. We're going to raise our right arm. We inhale as we raise our right arm, the first point of resistance, and that's where we stay. And so we're going to stay here and just start to breathe slowly and deeply. When you feel you've been in there long enough, you come down, thread the needle, hand through the body, under the body. You can either stop on your elbow and rest there and raise the left arm, or you can continue down onto your shoulder if you feel you have the flexibility. And then you raise the left arm, and we stay in this position and start to breathe. Come out. Inhale as you push up. With the left, unwrap your right. Do a simple stretch in the cat position. Raising the chin first. Concave in the back. Raising the butt. Keep everything as it is. You move the head first. Tuck in the chin. Adjust your glasses if required. Hollow the back. Now we'll go with the left arm. Inhale, and so raise up the left arm. First point of resistance. When you tire or you start to shake, that means you've stayed in it too long, so you come out. Either rest on the elbow or go down onto the shoulder and raise the right. Breathe slowly and deeply. Are you ready to come out? Back into the cat position. And one last posture. It's going to be a lunge. I'm going to put our right foot on the outside of our right hand. So we're just taking the right foot forward. Check that you're in a comfortable position. You don't want to overstretch yourself. And the right foot is outside of the right hand. And have a wee trial. Just move forward and see that it's okay. It's not going to be too much of a stretch. And you have three options. You can rest on your hands, palms flat, or you can come up on your fists, or you can come up on your fingers, but the thumb must remain in close to the joint. So it acts as a post, so you're not going to damage your joint. So you can be up on your fingers with the thumb in close, directly underneath the joint. Fists or palms flat. So we'll start with palms, try that. And then you just edge your way forward into a lunge, and you've got complete support with your hands, and you're trying to concave the back. So you're trying to arch the back, look up, and just start to breathe. The beauty of this is, if it gets too uncomfortable or it's not for you, you just ease out of it a little bit, and you go back in. So you've got complete control. So try with the hands flat, try with the fists, or try with the fingers up, with the thumb acting as a post. Because it's three different stretches, so pick the one that works for you. And just start to breathe and enjoy. Remember, it doesn't matter where you get in the posture, it matters your state of your mind as you get there. So smile. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Immersing myself in this present moment. I know it's a beautiful moment. Just relax. And if you need to come out a little bit, just push through the hands, ease out, take a few breaths, and then you go back into it. You want to change your posture, you come up in your fingers, up in your fists. It completely changes the pull in the back and the depth of the lunge. So inhale as you come out just now, and we'll do a quick athletic flip. So we come back. You can always double up your mats, treble up your mats if you want more support for your knees. Then we'll go forward with the left foot, outside of the left hand. Check, before you go into the lunge, check that you've got the movement and you're not going to pull any hamstrings or anything. You can always come back and lengthen it if you do want a stronger stretch. So you have many options. And then ease into it. Here we go. You're inhaling, you're trying to lengthen the torso, concave the back, and as you exhale, soften into your lunge. And smile, the universal language of love. Few more breaths. Ease out of it, and then we're into Advasana. Remember, lying on our stomach, so you're in the position. Walk your knees back, lengthen the torso, and down into Advasana on your stomach. Remember the three options: forehead on the ground, arms straight out, or you can have forehead on the palms, or you can have the palms behind the neck with the forehead on the ground. So you have to be careful with this mic. So arms straight out, forehead. Palms upwards, forehead and palms. Forehead on ground, palms clasped behind the neck. And just lengthen that spine. Take a breath from the tailbone, from the coccyx, take a breath right up the spine. And then as you exhale, you're letting go. You're letting go of all the things that hold you back, because most of it is in your head. So each exhalation, you're softening and surrendering the body weight onto the ground, but you're letting go of any emotional nonsense, any guilt, any doubts, any fears, any mistakes you've made. Forgive yourself, forgive others, and move on. So as you lie there, I'll read out the opening quote. I think it's worth another read. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Finish every day and be done with it. So every day could be every breath. At any time you can stop, take a breath and start again. Finish every day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities, no doubt, crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow, or a new breath, is a new day. You shall begin it serenely and with too high a spirit to be encumbered with your old nonsense. So anytime you can take a breath and say thank you and start again. Thank you for everything. So to finish with, the quote again is from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Live in the sunshine. Swim in the sea. Drink the wild air. So live in the sunshine. Swim in the sea. And drink the wild air. And this affords you an even greater opportunity of starting anew. Namaste, with much love.